good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is CK from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Today, standing in front of all the top brains and all the big boys from the spa industry throughout the world, you really make me feel so nervous, so small, and so humble. So today, but yet at the same time, make me truly honored to be given the opportunity to share my experience with you here in Aspen. So today we're going to talk about my business model in Kuala Lumpur, but in the process of this, I'm going to use some photos, some materials from our company in Malaysia, but there is absolutely no intention on my part to promote my business over this platform. Okay, let's move on. This story started back in 1994. That time, I was courting my wife, Kim. So she started a very small beauty salon, only occupying a space of 200 square feet within a hair salon. That's how small we are. So when we first started, on the weekends, I was working in the bank as an accountant. When I don't have to work on the weekend, I will come to her salon, help her open the door, serve the tea, serve the towels, and then clean up the beds. And that's how my days started in this business. I went in not because I wanted to do a business. I had another ulterior motive. Yeah. So 3 years later, when Kim's business grew to the third branch, she needed somebody to help. See, she is like a singer. You put her on stage, she can do wonders. She can sing, she can perform, she can impress the crowd. But off stage, you ask her to set up the stage, do the promotions, and do the marketing behind. Her time is not well spent there. So I came in to help her. So I am actually the guy behind a successful lady. Yeah. So we continue to grow. Come year 2000, we had already 6 branches. So time to consider setting our own brand. And yes, we did. So besides setting our own brand, because as you know, set up our own brand, we need to carry a high level of stock. So we need to digest this stock fast. So that's why at the same time, we started franchising as well. So this is those days we opened up our old salon, and there's nothing really to talk about this one. Very outdated and very bad. Yeah. So, but somehow every one of us has got a change or has got a break somewhere in your life, sometime in your life. My break came in the year 2007. And what actually prompted us to change in our business model, there are 2 factors. One, the emergence of medical beauty. So in Asia, many developed countries in Asia like Japan, like Korea, like Taiwan, like Hong Kong, Singapore, you can see a lot of facial salon has been overtaken by doctors. So this thing, Malaysia, one thing good about Malaysia is because Malaysia is a developing country, we usually move 5 to 8 years behind all these developed countries. So I can steal a lot of ideas from all these developed countries. Yeah, so then looking at, the threats actually coming to Malaysia sooner or later, we have to change. The second thing that prompted me to change is McDonald's story. I remember one night in year 2007, I was having dinner with a good friend and mentor of mine, Dr. Jerry Bodiker. He told me about the McDonald's story. He's saying that McDonald's actually make more money from properties rather than selling burgers. That really surprised me. How could that be? See, McDonald's, when they set up a restaurant like that, usually they buy this piece of land. They buy also the next piece of land, the next piece of land, and the next piece of land. So when McDonald's is set up, the neighboring land prices all went up. So McDonald's either lease it out or McDonald's sell the piece of land. So one piece of land that they sell is equivalent to few million burgers they sold, the profit. So they actually make more money from properties rather than selling burgers. So, and also at the same time, this property would appreciate over time. So at that time, we had already 12 branches, all in shopping malls. It made me think hard. At the end of the day, when I retire at 65, what is there left for me? Nothing. So then I started thinking hard, and with this inspiration from McDonald's, we started to change from a normal beauty salon to a facial spa. So what is a facial spa all about in Malaysia? So there are 3 things that we do. First, we see we used to operate in all these shopping malls. See, I have, for example, this branch here in a shopping mall. We have operated for 5 years here. So our business is quite stable here already. Then we start to look for old properties around the shopping mall. So I found these old properties. This property is already 30 years old. The father passed down to the kids. The kids find that this property is too old and facing a very busy main road. Nobody wants to stay inside there. In fact, it was used as a store. So I went to talk to the bank. Say, I want to buy this property at 800,000 ringgit. And I also need another $500,000 to renovate the place. Then the bank asked me, how much are you paying rental in the shopping mall? I said, oh, I'm paying 9,000 every month to the shopping mall. The bank did their calculation. Hey, with the 9,000 ringgit I saved from the shopping mall, move it over to here. In fact, I pay less to the bank. So the bank not only lent me money to buy over the house, the bank also lent me money to renovate the house. And we turned this house into something like this. Yeah. So it is still a facial salon, but what I did is I put in the smell, the taste, the feel of spa that I stole from you guys into into this facial salon. It is still a facial salon. Yeah. So the first project that kicked off like that really encouraged us, because when we move out from the shopping mall to a private property like this, our business volume doubled. Because customers are paying the same price, but getting a far better environment to enjoy their treatment. So with this encouragement, we go on to buy more and more properties. Yeah. So, and also when I buy properties, I go and persuade the local council to let me convert the use of this house from residential status to commercial status. Then I have to cook up with new stories. I say, hey, this house is so run down. It's beside a main road. It's really an eyesore to this area. So why don't you let me buy it up, beautify this area? I'm actually doing urban renewal for the municipal without you having to pay anything, without you having to do anything. So they're happy with my argument, and they let me use it for commercial business. And we turned this one into something like this. Yeah. So all these few years, we have now 19 branches, our own, throughout Malaysia. And I'm operating 12 of my branches in my own properties. So this is another one. And the latest one we have done is this one facing South China Sea in Kuala Terengganu. It's in a predominantly Malay area. So what we did is we renovated this house in a Malay style, respecting the cultures and the people there. Yeah. So all these are the ideas that we learn from all the people in this room. So what do we do after? This is only on the hardware side. After done doing up the hardware, how do we do the software? Okay, first of all, we choose our own battleground. So what is a facial spa? So we try to define facial spa to the customers. See, for example, if I put down there beauty spa, beauty, then I'm up against Shiseido. I'm up against Carnival. I'm up against SK2. I can't fight with them. So, but I change it to facial, they don't do such things. So I only compete against the facial salons. And when I put facial spa, it's not a resort spa, it's not a hotel spa. So I don't compete against Four Seasons, I don't compete against Mandarin Oriental. I'm a facial spa. So in that way, so we cut out all the big boys. Yeah, so our competitor now are the small facial salons in Malaysia. I become the big boy. Yeah. And how do we distance ourselves from medical practitioners? You see, up against the doctors, we will lose again. So what we do is, when customers come in, we give an example. Say, for example, Susie, you come into our salon, we say, hey, we are doing, like, for example, you are a car. We are doing just the normal service for a car, like changing your engine oil, doing a tuning, change your tires, doing alignment. So you have to do such normal servicing every 10,000 kilometers or 15,000 kilometers. But when this car is old, 12 years old or 15 years old, we will recommend you to do your overhaul. in the specialist car center. So the doctors is like the overhaul center. We will recommend you to the overhauling center. So I only do the normal service. Yeah. So in this way, I'm doing more than 10,000 normal service every month. So see, with this kind of setup, my competitors are the facial salons. So we are dealing with a lot of smaller people than us. So the third thing we do is we change our target market. So in Malaysia, most of the skincare products or beauty brand is targeting the top of the triangle, all the high income earners. Instead of targeting the top, we move our prices down to target the middle size, because the middle size in many countries is the biggest numbers there. Yeah. And while we charge lower for all these middle income people, we have to make sure they come in and have the feel of a 5-star resort. So then they will feel that their money spent is very worthwhile. So for example, some of the things we do is, say for example, you come into my salon, once you park the car, whether rain or shine, this guy must go out with an umbrella. Because if that doesn't go out with an umbrella, he doesn't get his commission. Yeah. So this is one thing. Like, then we created the environment like a hotel spa. So all these things make the customer come in and feel relaxed. And we created journey in our facial salon. In many hotel spas or in many resort spas, journey is so normal. But in a facial salon, you don't see any journeys. Herbalife is the only one in Malaysia that has got a journey. Yeah. So, and they come in, before they go into their facial, do their facial treatment, we give them complimentary free foot bath and fish reflexology. And also we give them free aromatherapy. And one more, this is, after they get all this free complimentary service, they go inside the room. So the room is for single bed like that, and for double bed like that. So the feel is like going to a hotel, but you're paying very minimal for that. One more thing that we do extra is this porridge. So a lot of people, they come in during non-peak time, Monday to Fridays, before 5 o'clock. We give them a porridge before or after they go into a treatment. Now, the cost of this porridge is very low, maybe less than $1. But the advertising mileage it gets out of this is very good. Because people, a lot of customers that come in, they have all these extras already. When they go out, they don't talk about how good or how bad the facial is. They talk about how good your porridge is. Because no other facial salon gives them porridge. Yeah, and we cook the porridge the same way as grandmother cooked it. I got this idea from where, do you know? Disney cartoon Ratatouille. Yeah, so you cook it the same way as your grandma cooked it. People will remember. Yeah, and in terms of product packaging, because we are targeting the middle class, we cut down on all the excessive packaging. We use very simple packaging and just simple, and then make the packaging small. Last time, those days, we were selling package like 100 ml or 50 ml, but that will have to cost more. Then customers is very tough on their pocket. So we cut down the content to 30 ml or maybe maximum 50 ml, so it's easier for them to buy. Yeah, and when it comes to facial treatment, in order to make it easier for our customers and also for our staff to explain, I use cartoons. Yeah, so in the process, so we explain to them, okay, this is the facial treatment you're going through. We are going to use the ultrasonic machine to run through your face. And when we run through your face with the ultrasonic machine, what will it do? And use a cartoon to explain. So a lot easier to get the message through. Then when we, whatever we say, the price is 79 ringgit, 90 minutes, means 79 ringgit, 90 minutes. In Malaysia, a lot of facial salon, what they do is they tell the customers 79 ringgit here. Once you go inside, you sleep on a bed, oh, your face is so dry. You need to add this thing, you need to add that, you need to add that. It comes out 279. So that is very, very bad in Malaysia. So in our practice, 79 means 79, 90 minutes means 90 minutes, not 1 cent you can add on. That's company policy. Yeah, and also, when we do facial treatment, we don't sign up any membership packages. By doing that, we educate our staff. See, every time a customer comes in, the customer actually gives us a chance. Whether the customer comes in the second time or not, all depends on this time. How good is the service, whether customer is satisfied or not. Otherwise, we have nothing to tie customers down. There's no package. So customers actually buy this kind of marketing, this kind of tactic. So, okay, how do we sell our products? Every company has to sell products. So, for example, we find a lady customer has got the oily and dry skin. We will use a little cheat and tell them, okay, this is the characteristics of your dry skin and oily skin. In Herbalife, we recommend you to use 4 steps to improve your skin condition. How to achieve these 4 steps? Using the method, what product, you use it day, night, we just take, like a doctor. Take already, we give it to the customer. Say, it's my professional advice to tell you how you should take care of your skin. Doesn't matter you buy or not. Never mind, just take it. That itself, customers feel so much better because you're not forcing them to buy. You're just giving them a cheat. So they'll look at it, whatever you say is quite logical. They may not buy this time. The next time they come back with this cheat, hey, last month you told me I want this, and this. See, I achieved my sales, but customers not pressurized. And also, if let's say a customer comes in for the first time, we always tell customers, some customers say, oh, your product is quite reasonable, the price. I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bottles. We will tell the customers, no. Why don't you just try 2? Because in Herbalife, I cannot say my product is 100% suitable for 100% customers. No brand can say that. So why don't you try just 1 or 2? And if, let's say, it's suitable for you, next time you come back, I recommend you more. See, every time in our marketing, we step 1 step forward. But in actual, we advance 2 steps. So when we reduce price, we don't have the money to do promotions, and we don't have the money to do advertisement. So how do we get our customers? So this is the way we do it. Every time we open up a new branch, we will put down there outside the branch a big billboard that says 38 ringgit for the first trial. So what's the difference is we emphasize it on net. So say supposing you go into my salon, 38 ringgit is equivalent to about $12 US dollars. For 1.5 hour treatment with all the complimentary service, 38 ringgit, even in Malaysia, is dirt cheap. So what happens after this first trial? People will go out and they start talking. So the talking is my free advertisement, especially when we are targeting the middle income group. See, the middle income group happens to be the 25 to 40 age. And these other people doesn't have very high income. And these other people have the time to Facebook, to Twitter. So if, let's say, you ask me to Facebook and Twitter, I don't have the kind of time. But people at that stage have the time to go on to Facebook, talk about it, Twitter, talk about it. So this social media works very well for us in Malaysia. And also, in our trade, we try to cut down the use of machines as far as possible, because otherwise we'll be heading straight on with the doctors. So we try to find old tradition methods in any countries that we go. This is an example how we revive old tradition. Face threading is very common in the Eastern world. You can see such face threading still very common in China, in Taiwan, where a granny is sitting beside the roadside doing face threading for people. So the downside is that the condition environment is not very good, and also they use the teeth to bite the string. I think in most developed countries you will see also using the teeth to bite the string. And how we do it in Herbalife, this is the way. See, we change the environment, we change the technique also. No biting of string with the teeth. And the therapists move their hands like a butterfly. So we rename it butterfly threading. See, the good thing about face threading, old tradition, what's so good about face threading? You see, face threading basically is to remove your hair out of the skin. So once the hair is removed, it's very easy to clear off all the blockages in the cell, in the cell, and also very easy to put any skincare products into the cell. So that is a good thing about face trading. So this is how we do the face trading back in our, and now we have actually set an industry new standard for face trading in Malaysia. It has been repeatedly said during these 3 days, staff, human resources is the main key to our business, and we truly recognize that as well. So how do we keep our staff longer in our business? Instead of franchising to outside people, we do an internal franchising scheme. Basically, this is like a profit sharing. So in all my own salons throughout Malaysia, so the managers and the supervisors, once they qualify a 2-year serving period, they can invest in each and every branch. See, in Malaysia, every month we have seniors meeting. We throw up all the figures of every branch. Okay, this is how much you make in one month. This is your cost of goods sold. This is your staff cost. This is your operating cost. This is the bottom line. How much you make every month, they know exactly. So once these branches have made enough money and they feel confident, staff can invest into every branch. So they become a boss in every branch, and we sell up to 50% to them in every branch. So make them feel the commitment to this business, and make them feel that, you know, it's good to stay long in this company. And also, you will wonder, if I say I give up so much to my staff, what is there left for me? Okay, our profits comes from 3 parts: the wholesale, the retail, and the property appreciation. We treat all our branches as a franchise salon now. So they want to order stocks from the main office, we will release stocks to them at wholesale price. So this wholesale profit, Kim and myself keep. The retail part is the part we give out to them. They can become a partner up to 50%. And property appreciation, you see, we have bought so many properties over the last few years. Property appreciation is mine again. So we only give up part of our profit to our staff. And now, we say innovation aid. By right, it shouldn't be innovation aid. It should be a big mixtape. See, in year 2000, we started franchising. Like I explained to you, we started franchising out of the need to digest our stock. So we had no choice at that time because financially, we are not so strong. So we have to digest the stock, we franchise. But this concept of franchise, it doesn't work so well in developing countries like my country. Maybe in US, in Europe, people's concept is better. They accept the franchise better. But in our country, no. They won't follow us 100%. See, these are some examples. These are some of my franchise saloon compared to mine. So see, the franchise are only using our brand to make money. They don't help us to build this brand. So long-term wise, to keep all this franchise is actually hurting the brand. See, like for example, Louis Vuitton, Starbucks, throughout the world, no franchise. Why? Because franchisees will hurt the brand eventually. So now, in Malaysia, I have 58 saloons all over. 19 of them are mine, 39 belongs to my franchise. We are cutting down on franchise, and how do we cut them? We have a contract with all of them, but if, let's say, in business, we have to resort to the contract to kick them off, it's not my style. We become very, very unfriendly. So what we do is we persuade them to follow our style, and we give them figures, encouraging figures to show them that, you know, you follow our style, you can make more money. If, let's say, they don't listen to us, we will find a suitable location in their town, buy a piece of land, set up a new house like that, compete against them. Then their customers will start talking, hey, I go to another herbal line. This herbal line is so much better than yours. Customers give them pressure. So we have 2 outcomes out of this. One, they take it as a threat. They say, oh, herbal line is coming to compete against. So then they quit. Good, never mind, they quit. So we tell them whatever stocks that you have in your store, you sell it back to me, I buy it back from you at cost. You just take down the signboard, that's all. Yeah, don't make enemies. Yeah. If the other outcome, we have a positive outcome from them, some of them will take, they take it as a positive challenge that they have to back up in order to compete. And when they buck up, our sales grow. So see, in the last 2-3 years, I have cut down my franchisees from 62 franchisees to 39. But my sales to franchisees has actually increased. Because the good ones increase, stay, the bad ones go. So that is how we are cutting down on franchisees. So okay, we have talked about all these innovations. So this is the juicy part, the results of innovation. Actually, I was very reluctant to review such results. But anyway, to make it a little bit more juicy and spicy, okay, my sales from year 2007 to 2011, over a period of 4.5 years, sales went up by 3 times from 8 million ringgit to 24 million ringgit. And my business grew at a compounding annual rate of 25%. And my profits also up about 3 times to 3.8 million ringgit last year. And number of staff have increased from 48 to 180 now. And out of the 19 branches that we operate, we own 12 of the properties. And property appreciation alone last year comes up to about 2 million ringgit. So the McDonald's story is actually happening in my business. I have to thank Dr. Jerry so much. If, let's say, he was sitting here, he'll probably give me a bill. CK, thank you so much. Okay, and also, another thing that we find out is the change in cultural climate. Now, back in 2007, when we did the change, a lot of all this stuff was very reluctant to change because habits die hard. So how do we change their mind to change? So what we did is we took our staff, 100 plus of them, batch by batch, to the top spa resort in Malaysia, Pangkor Island. So we took them there batch by batch, and when we put them through the spa journey, so they learn, hey, wow, it's so nice, the spa journey. So after they feel nice already, we have, see, this is the way we want you to do for your customers. Then it's so much easier for us to tune their mindset. And so now, after all these years, and also with the help of all these results, they see that innovations can really help in our business. In fact, they are expecting the boss to go back from Aspen to bring them new ideas. So we were very lucky, and I hope that in the future, if any one of you ever come to Malaysia, please give me a call. Let me take you out, and let me take you to try out some real local yummy food. With that, I thank you, ladies and gentlemen.